All right, Black and White Network supporters, let's talk about more chaos that came out of Chicago. And this is not the run-of-the-mill thuggery, hoodlum, gang-banging kind of crime that we normally talk about on this channel. This is something that feels a lot more sinister, maybe plotted. We don't necessarily know the full backstory here. And for these two criminals that killed a family of four, it ended badly in Oklahoma. Yeah, law enforcement got after them, and, well, let's just say, yeah, I don't know. It looks to me like one of them got shot and the other one probably ate a bullet, for lack of a better way of putting it. So let's get to this. This is crazy as hell. I'm not even going to lie. Daily Mail, suspect in killing of Chicago family of four who was shot dead in a burning car. As cops reveal his female passenger has also died after she was found next to him with bullet wounds. I assume he popped her and then he popped himself. That's him and that's her, okay? So we've got like these partners in crime who met their demise yesterday. And that's him. He worked for a security company called Black Bear Security, and he had access to a lot of different kinds of firearms. Their car burned up. There is the car right there. Let me see if I can get more out of this. Okay, this is the family they killed. Folks, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy that this family met their demise. Okay, so there is, I believe that is the woman that was his partner right there. She's pretty. And that is the scumbag as well. And it kind of looks like they might have been in on this entire thing together. Like this was plotted for some reason, but for what reason, I don't know. The suspect in the killing of a Chicago family of four and their 3 dogs. This guy killed their 3 dogs, or they killed their 3. Oh. Yeah, I hope you burn. Their 3 dogs have been pictured after he was shot dead alongside a female passenger after a police chase. Nathaniel Huey Jr., 32, and his partner are Melinda Palomo, 50. Wow, 18-year age difference there. Were tracked down by cops in Tulsa, Oklahoma on Wednesday, more than 650 miles away from the brutal slaughter at the family home in Illinois in the early hours of Sunday morning. Huey Jr. sped away from police down I-44, but smashed into another car and plowed into barriers near Hard Rock Casino. The car burst into flames. Police said nobody got out of the car, and then officers heard 2 gunshots. The suspected killer died at the scene while Palomo was rushed to the hospital with bullet wounds. She later died of her injuries. Good, burn in hell. The pair were persons of interest in the killings of Zorada Bartolomei, 32, her husband, Alberto Rolón, and their children, Adriel, 10, and Diego, 7. God almighty. The family were shot in their home in Romeoville, a suburb of Chicago. No motive for the killings have been provided by the police. There's got to be some kind of entanglement there, right? However, police said the shooting of the family was, quote, not a random act. Evidence has shown us a nexus between our suspects and the victims, as well as possible motives. Uh-oh. Romeoville Deputy Chief Chris Burns said in a press conference on Wednesday, detectives did not provide any narrative for what led to the murders, but previously said there was a tremendous amount of physical evidence. Huey had owned a private security firm. Okay, so he owned the firm. And was pictured with ammunition magazines, a knife, and guns, including an assault rifle with an apparent silencer. Palomo's daughter said her mother lived with the suspect and described him as a, quote, very dangerous man. Investigative bulletin was circulated by Romeo police on Sunday in which Huey was described as irrational and erratic following the killing of the family. He had access to a host of weapons at the private security company he worked for called Black Bear Security, which had a Streamwood address listed. There are photos of him on Facebook armed with guns, ammunition, and body armor. Okay, so we saw him right here. All right, there's the car. There's the family. Is there going to be... Oh, there he is. Okay, he's wearing a vest. It's got security running down his sleeve. Okay, there he is. A vehicle linked was identified in Tulsa, used a license plate reader, and authorities tried to stop him, but he sped away. And that looks like the vehicle right there, I guess. Yep, there it is. Wow, what the hell? There's the family that met their demise, and there's the cops. That was the home. My God, there's the family on vacation. That is crazy. That is just berserk. Absolutely nuts. So, neighbors of the family did not report hearing any gunshots after they were killed, along with their 3 dogs. God. The police search for Huey came to a deadly and fiery end in Oklahoma after cops were tipped off by a digital license plate reader which identified his car, prompting authorities to initiate a traffic stop. A chase ensued, which led to the death of Huey and Palomo. The pair's car crashed and began to catch on fire. Officers who began to approach the car heard 2 gunshots. Both were found wounded. Huey was pronounced dead at the scene, while Palomo was rushed to a nearby hospital. Meanwhile, a neighbor of Huey and Palomo's described the family as, quote, very sweet. Yikes. You do not know what is going on behind the scenes, folks. That's crazy. They were very sweet. The whole family just seemed amazing, Samantha Edwards told CBS Chicago. It's definitely made me have a whole new perspective on trust, on the people I surround myself with. I have 2 children, 12-year-old and 4-year-old. So every day my daughter walks to school, I'm in fear, Edwards said, and it has just kind of put more fear in my head now. Neighbors said Huey and Palomo lived in Streamwood, Illinois for the past 6 years. I think that earlier said Streamwood. Prior to the Wednesday night shooting, Palomo's family had filed a missing persons report on her. Her lawyer, John Paul Ivick, told ABC Chicago in an interview that she was a victim, just like the family in Romeoville. Police identified her as a person of interest. Okay, well, she's a victim, just like the Romeo family's a victim. So are they saying that maybe he kidnapped her, I guess? I don't know. The missing persons report said that she was last seen with Huey on September 19th. Ivick said that family members received a worrying text message from her that read, "Take care of my grandbabies." Oh, shit. Okay, so maybe he did kidnap her. Palomo's daughter, Christina Espinoza, 25, said her mother dated Huey for 8 years, and they lived together during that time. CBS Chicago reported that the couple was married. On his Facebook page, Huey refers to Palomo as his wife. The daughter of Huey's female passenger, who has not been named, described him as dangerous and a huge manipulator. Espinoza said her mother, who she refused to name, dated the man for 8 years and they lived together during that time. He was a huge manipulator, When I first met him, he wasn't too bad of a guy. a couple of months ago, something switched. He was shutting all of us out, including my mom, and now this. He started becoming suspicious, keeping to himself, staying in the garage. He started not being himself, pushing us all away, even my mom. So this guy was in the process of having some kind of complete, life crisis behind the scenes, and he went nuts, I guess. She said she has spoken to the investigators about her mother and Huey, but declined to say about what. A car linked to Huey was spotted in Tulsa, Oklahoma, around 650 miles away from the crime scene. On Wednesday, officers said they tried to stop, but it sped away. The car crashed and caught on fire. Huey was found dead in the driver's seat, and the woman was critically wounded. The incident led to the lanes of westbound Interstate 44 near Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Tulsa to be temporarily shut down at around 11:30 a.m. Shortly after the Chicago family's bodies were discovered, a state alert for Huey and his 2017 GMC Envoy was issued. He said to have been aware police were investigating for the quadruple killing, and at one point followed investigators while driving recklessly. Wow. So saying at one point followed investigators while driving recklessly. He followed the investigators? However, there was not enough evidence to arrest him at the time. Police determined the shooting of the family was, quote, not a random incident, and there was no reason for the public to stay indoors following the fatal shooting. Deputy Chief Byrne, evidence has shown us a nexus between our suspect and the victims as a possible motive, but refused to reveal the details. Oh, boy. I got a feeling something really bad is going to come out here. Although Huey is identified as a suspect, this is still an active and evolving investigation. This portion of the incident is still unfolding. We were able to determine this was not random, and no shelter-in-place cause was ordered. This incident is our police department's top priority. Their family said they have no idea why anyone would want to kill them, and Zarada's devastated sister has issued a plea for answers. Police tragically discovered the dead bodies and believe the shooting occurred between 9 p.m. Saturday and 5 a.m. on Sunday, so sometime overnight. The Will County Major Crimes Task Force is helping investigators collect evidence and review video. And there is a fundraiser going on to cover funeral expenses, and it has raised almost $30,000. Community members have been providing information and evidence to help piece together what happened. Byrne is calling for more assistance, including Ring doorbell footage. Oh, crap. So that's crazy, guys. It's crazy, and it sounds extremely violent. What is the connection going to be? That's what I'm wondering between him, because it sounds like he was the one that started having a breakdown. Did he kidnap his wife and made her go with him after he committed the crimes? Was she present during the crimes? What's the connection? Did he know him, or did he know the victim's wife? You know, obviously, I wouldn't think he or any of them would have a connection to the kids. You killed the kids, and you killed the dogs. What a sorry-ass son of a bitch this guy was. I mean, look, he sounded like he ate a bullet. Maybe she shot him, but I kind of doubt it. Kind of figure he probably shot her and then turned the gun on himself or something like that. The car was on fire. I know this is going to sound terrible, but it sounds to me like, damn it, he should have burnt alive. He's probably burning right now somewhere else, if you know what I mean. This guy sounds like one evil son of a bitch, to be honest with you. Wow. I saw this. This is wild. I can almost guarantee you I will do a follow-up when we find out what the connection is between him and the family that was murdered. And I hope we don't find out some more sinister things. I would hope nothing bad will come out about the victims and that connection there. I know what I'm thinking, unfortunately, but I'm not going to speculate, and I'm certainly not going to say it publicly. But yikes. It's bad. It's bad. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.